In today's video, we're going to talk about the different follow modes the DJI Neo 2 can have. So we will test this with the drone, we will test this with the phone, and we will test this with the controller. We will use the RC2 controller, but you can also use the RC3 controller. But yeah, there's one more extra thing that the RC2 controller can do. So let's dive into the different follow modes the DJI Neo 2 can have. So let's start with the drone itself. The drone itself can follow without any controller. You just simply have to push the button.
Front, follow, 3, 2, 1.
And it will start following automatically. So if I walk back, it will follow me. If I walk back to the camera, it will also push itself back. So basically you don't need to do anything to let it follow you. And that's easy. So you can also use hand gesture, just for example to move it up or move it down. Move it in the camera shot again. So you don't need a cameraman to film yourself. Also, when I want to do it far, I can push it away from me. If I want to do it close, I can pull it back to me. And the nice thing, of course, when I'm done, I can reach out and it will land on my hand. So already a lot of things here.
Beside the follow, there are a couple of different modes you can select on the drone itself.
And if you look at the screen here, you can see it has a menu. So on here are a couple of buttons. So this one you can use to go through the menus. If you single click it, it will go to the next one. If you hold it, it will go into the menu. And this is to go out of the menu again. So basically, if I do this, then I can
Helix,
scroll
boomerang,
to
rocket,
all the menu
circle,
options.
droney, selfie shot, follow.
And if I want to, for example, change the default settings for the follow, I just hold and press. And then it says
Front right, right, rear right, rear, rear left, left, front left, front.
so you can choose that. If you then also want to change the height, you can hold it again, so you can
Flat, low angle,
do
high
that.
angle,
And if you hold it again, you can also
Far.
select the distance.
medium, close.
And if you select this button, it will step out again. So basically, yeah, these are all the options you can do. You can choose another one,
Selfie shot, droney,
basically what's in the drone, to do a different kind of not follow you option, but those are more like shots that are already predefined here.
Here you see a couple of the predefined ones. From boomerang to droney to helix to rocket. You can just select them in the menu, press the button. It will start and start recording automatically, or do the automatic selection you selected.
So, for simply creating videos and content in an easy manner and an easy way, this is already enough. So you can walk with the drone, you can control it, you can make nice movies of yourself walking while talking. Especially I also use the DJI mic, so I can combine the sounds of the drone and the mic, so it looks like I'm talking into the drone. The drone itself does not record something, but we will go in depth to the audio recording with the possibility with your phone. But there's also a downside when you record with your drone. Basically, the drone decides whatever shot it will make. You cannot see what kind of shot it makes. It's all up to the drone how to do it. You don't know how it's framed, you don't know how it looks like. And that's where the phone comes in. So the next way of following is the phone. So with the phone, you can basically do the same and a little bit more than with the drone itself, but you are more in control. So you can also look at the footage on your phone to see how it's framed. So now let's try something with the phone. So when you're on the app, you can basically do the same. So you can start and put it on follow mode and then push on start.
2, 1.
It will also have to look at me, and then you can control in the app how it will follow you. So basically you can say go to the rear. It's now already not aligned, so it will go to the rear, and then it will automatically try to follow me from the rear. But you can also put it on front again, and then it will try to follow me from the front. You can put it further away, and you also can put it lower. So basically you have the controllers in your hand, but the nice advantage is that you can see it on the screen. So so basically it shows on the screen what you also see. You're a little bit more in control. And yeah, I can put it back now. We'll come back.
Returning to home.
So you also have all the different options here. You have a little bit more than on the drone itself. By the way, you can determine what you want to see on the drone as follow modes. You can do this in the app. I will not go into deep in that one, but you already see that there's a little bit more here. So you also have the spotlight one. So I can now start the spotlight.
2, 1.
And the spotlight is basically the same, but it will only follow you but stay in place. So if I now walk around, it will hover in place and it will follow me. So I'm in the spotlight now. So if I want to present something while walking, this is a nice extra drone shot. So you have an extra camera, so you can let it hover somewhere there. With some. Apparently so the spotlight is apparently only for a limited amount of time. So you can also do the voice control in the app. Then you can command it by voice, but I tried it. Follow.
Follow. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so now I controlled it by starting it with my voice. Nice feature. If you want to, you can record the audio. But I also don't use that, of course, because I use my own mic. So I will directly or record on the DJI mic or in the Pocket 3 to use that audio. But if you don't have that set up, you could technically also use your phone to record your audio while flying with your drone. With having the phone and the drone, you already are a little bit more in control of what you do when trying to film nice shots. And with the drone alone, you're delivered on to whatever the drone tries to do. But in the phone, you can already create some more control. I don't personally like it. I did not use the phone very often yet, so I was a little bit stumbling with it because I use the controller most of the time because that's way easier for me. And that's the next step we're going to talk about. So, and the third option to control your drone is to use a controller. In this case, I use RC2. You could also use the RC3. Technically, they have the same options. The only advantage is that this has a dynamic home point. So you cannot do all the things that you did with your phone because it's now more like a controller. So you control your airplane with the controller. So all the options that you saw on the phone, the automatic options, are now not there. So I started the drone. It's now recording. Also do screen capturing. And the first easy way to do follow is just select me. And if you select me, I can do nothing and then it will basically go into follow mode. So basically if I want to run around, walk around, it will just track me and follow me wherever I go. It will not active track me, it will stay in place, but it's like the follow mode. And even like you had on your phone, this is way more dynamic. The fun thing is, I can also, for example, move it up and it will still keep me in focus. And I can do a sideways movement. Oh, not that one. Wanted the under control, so move it a little bit more down. And then, for example, go to, and then it will try to keep me in focus. It basically is now just circling me. So I now can look at the camera, so I have two shots on myself. And if I move forward, then Yeah, you see, it always keeps track of me. So this is a very interesting option, but it will not actively follow me like the normal follow mode you see with the drone. But you can disable this one. I press on the button. I can select myself again, and then I can do ActiveTrack.
After subject starts moving, aircraft
So-
will fly in that direction.
Okay, yes. So basically it now is able to follow me. So this is the same as you had on the drone, but I can control it now a little. So basically I can move it. Let's not push it into the forest. I can now move it around, and then it will just follow me again.
Here you can see in the previous recorded video how it is active tracking my son. So basically it sees it as a person and it tries to follow it. So even in the forest it uses obstacle avoidance and tracking to follow the person. Here I use it to track my wife while flying a circle around her.
So after testing the different modes, you can go from no control at all, creating some nice shots without you having to interact with anything. You just let the drone fly. Or you can go to the phone setup. You have a lot more control when you do something, or go to the RC2 controller, so you are full in control. They all have advantages and they all have disadvantages. But at the end, you have a lot of ways to figure out what works for you and what does not work for you. So just try it out, see for yourself what works and what do you like. I think I use most of them except for the phone, because I don't like the phone. So yeah, try it out, see you in the next video, and enjoy.